Internet, Eric here. I'm gonna talk some celebrity news today. Um, Mainly because I got my buddy Jay over at JVTV, or JVTV2, or JVTV Uncut, or Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, whatever channel name he's using, and he said this about me. He says he likes when I talk celebrities for some reason, so I give this an opportunity to make another random video and to shut him up for like 3 minutes. So that's tough. So here we go. Ghostbusters 3. Ghostbusters 3 has been announced. It's been confirmed. It's coming out summer 2020, I think. Directed by Jason Reitman, I think. Son of Ivan Reitman. Ivan directed the first two. And apparently it's going to be a direct sequel to those films. It's going to not be in the same universe as the 2016 reboot. Um, that's all I really know. They showed some footage, a teaser trailer, I guess. It's an old barn, and we go into the barn and we see some laser effects, from the proton packs, off screen, and then we see Ecto 1 being revealed under like a tarp. That's it. That's all we've seen. Apparently they've said that Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd are on board. They're not, officially in the movie, but they're willing to do it. And I guess the new group will be younger Ghostbusters, which makes sense because no one wants to see the old Ghostbusters do anything. Especially since Harold Ramis has been dead for a few years. And it's like a team of 2 guys, 2 girls. All right, let's get to the celebrity part. Leslie Jones. If you don't know who Leslie Jones is, God bless you, you're lucky. I don't know a lot about her, but from what I've seen, she's like that cut you get on your, she's not the cut you get on your arm. She's the salt that accidentally gets poured into the wound because she makes everything worse. Leslie Jones, from what I've seen, she's a cast member on Saturday Night Live. I don't know if it's current Saturday Night Live. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live since like the early 2000s with Chris Kattan and Sherry O'Terry, Will Ferrell. But I haven't enjoyed Saturday Night Live since like the 90s with Mike Myers and Chris Farley and that group of guys. But apparently, she was in the Ghostbusters 2016 reboot. I have reviewed it. I mean, I've talked about this film in maybe 3 videos. I have a whole playlist on Ghostbusters stuff related. I personally talked about how it looked bad with the trailer, and then with the second trailer coming out, and then I said it looked like Leslie was going to be the worst thing about this trailer because everything I've seen of Leslie with Ghostbusters and with whatever clips I've seen of her in Saturday Night Live, and she's got this video thing where she would watch certain scenes of Game of Thrones because she's a huge Game of Thrones fan, and it would be like she'd watch the Red Wedding and the Battle of the Bastards and this and that, and it's just her, oh my God, no you didn't, this and that, being loud and screaming at the TV. Well, every time I've seen her, she is, I'll just say, she's like the stereotypical big as in physically big. I don't know, not just like weight-wise. She looks like she's fucking tall as hell. So she's the big, loud, screaming, in-your-face black woman. That could just be how she is personally, and it just transfers to her work. I don't know. But that's just how she is. And then I reviewed Ghostbusters 2016. Go ahead and watch that review. It's one of my longest reviews because I took notes on that review because I wanted to give it a fair shot. And I'll say this. Leslie wasn't the worst part of that movie, okay? As obnoxious as she seemed in the footage before I saw the movie, she ended up not being the worst part of that. I won't go into specifics, but I'll give Leslie credit. She wasn't the worst thing about that movie. I did find some good in it, but anyways. So now after this stuff is released, like the Ghostbusters 3 stuff, she takes to Twitter, even though supposedly her ass was going to be off of Twitter in 2016 because when her version of Ghostbusters came out, she was trolled relentlessly. And it was not just your movie's going to suck, this and that. It was like you're going to rot in hell, a lot of racist threats thrown at her, racist pictures, this and that. It was pretty, calling her a gorilla, all this stuff thrown at her way before they even saw the film. And then it got worse when the film came out, and she said she was going to leave Twitter. Well, it's 2019 and the bitch is still on Twitter. And apparently, she's as loud and brash on Twitter as she is on camera. So here's her tweet. Because I saw this because it's all over Twitter, it's all over Facebook, because I follow a lot of movie pages, and they're like, let's talk about this, because, you know, it's Ghostbusters. I personally don't care. It's been so long since Ghostbusters 2 that I really don't care about a new Ghostbusters film. Anyways, so this is Leslie's tweet, and I've written it down word for word, okay? So that way I won't get anything wrong. So here's her tweet. So insulting. Like, fuck us. We didn't. D-I-N-T. I don't know if that's how she spells. I don't know if that's because you're not allowed a lot of characters on Twitter. We didn't count. It's like something Trump would do. Now, in parentheses, she puts Trump voice. Now, quotation marks. Gonna redo Ghostbusters. And I said it like that because she added like 5 E's. I think it's a shot at Trump, and the fact that he doesn't spell check his tweets, which is fine because he I'm not gonna get in. Gonna redo Ghostbusters. Better with men. Will be huge. Those women ain't Ghostbusters. End quotations. Ugh. So annoying. Such a dick move. And I don't give a fuck. I'm saying something. End tweet. Okay. When Ghostbusters 2016 came out, she wanted people to judge it after they saw it. Give them a chance. This and that. It's not female Ghostbusters. It's Ghostbusters. It's a new take on it. And I went into that with, like I said, I went into it as impartial as I could. I wanted to give it a fair shot. And I'm like that with all other movies now, you know. Don't be a movie snob. Just because it's a shitty trailer doesn't mean the movie's going to be shitty. See it for yourself. Make an opinion there. And that's what she wanted you to do. And now she's saying that this is a dick move to make a third film, and there hasn't been any footage released. So she's now being hypocritical of what people were doing to her film. Woman, wait till you actually see the movie itself to judge it. Jason Reitman, like I said, I think that's his name. He wants to do a sequel to his dad's movies. What's wrong with a man wanting to do a sequel to his dad's films and ignoring yours? He didn't say anything negative about your movie at all. He just wants to, I don't know if it's like a tribute to his dad, because honestly, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything Ivan's done other than Ghostbusters. But he's doing a tribute to his dad because he wants to make a sequel to the movies that his dad made and that people love. At least the first one, even though I really enjoy the second one. So that's what that is. He never said you didn't count. Or you didn't count. And you know what? Maybe he only got the job if Sony, I think it was Sony, wanted him to ignore the one you were in. Your movie was an incredible flop. I think profit-wise, maybe it only made $5 million profit. Which, you know, $5 million is $5 million, but considering how big the budget was, it was a huge disappointment. Why would Sony want to make a sequel to a movie that was universally panned, or panned for the majority of it? Like I said, I found some good in it, but overall I did not like the movie. And a lot of people were trashing it before it came out, but then once they saw it, they were still trashing it. So why would they want to make a sequel to a movie that no one, for the majority, really enjoyed? No one would go see it. No one's going to buy tickets to that. The original Ghostbusters, you know, 1 and 2, they still have such a huge fan base. People are going to be curious enough to go see it. They will buy tickets to go see it. Obviously, they still are very well loved and respected, I guess, that they trashed your movie before it even came out because they didn't want it remade. So it's a money thing. They want to see people's butts in the seats seeing Ghostbusters 3. And if it does suck, well, then they still got their money. So that's smart business. It has nothing to do with the fact that, you know, it's all male Ghostbusters again, like you said with your Trump thing. And like I said, I read that it's going to be 2 guys, 2 girls. So again, you're jumping the gun with your loud mouth. Now here's the thing. Why do you got to throw Trump in there? Now, Obviously, politically, she must hate Trump. That's fine. I'm not political at all. I could care less about who our president is. We're all going to die when the sun burns out. And Trump's not the first bad president, if you think he's a bad president. He's not the first hated president. And the next president's going to be is going to be hated by either the Republicans or Democrats. It's just politics. It's going to happen. But throwing Trump into Ghostbusters, it's like the whole Gillette thing. People don't want to. I already did a video on Gillette, but people who use Gillette, they don't want to be preached at for their shaving products. No one wants to read politics about fucking Ghostbusters. No one gives a shit about Trump in Ghostbusters. I personally think it was just her way of getting extra hits on her tweet because she mentions Ghostbusters and Trump. Because Ghostbusters is definitely trending, and Trump is always fucking trending on Twitter because of everyone bashing him for, he is a moron half the time. He doesn't know what the fuck he's tweeting. But it's like if I went on a political rant right here talking about Ghostbusters, it would be totally stupid. Or if I was reviewing Howard the Duck and I said, you know what? It's just like Trump to do this. Trump is Howard the Duck. It doesn't belong there, and it's stupid, and it's irrelevant. See, I don't know. So that's retarded. Such a dick move. Well, you know what? You're being a dick right here. You're trashing a film that has not been released. It seems like you're trashing the director. I think she tagged him, and I think she tagged Melissa McCarthy in it. Why are you even bringing Melissa McCarthy in this? I haven't seen a lot of her stuff other than Ghostbusters. All I've seen from her in clips is her shtick is Fat Lady Fall Down Go Boom. I'm not going to judge her on that. It worked for Chris Farley. Fat guy fall down go boom. But why would you try to bring her? You can go on Leslie's Twitter and see all the responses. They're almost 90% negative. So why are you bringing Melissa McCarthy in this? Do you need her to stick up for you? Because you're going to be pretty much the majority of people responding to you are going to be negative. And you do realize that she's probably going to get a lot of these tweets too. Moron. So, bad move on her. And then again, it just makes her seem like this loudmouth. You don't give a fuck. You're saying something. That's what you're known to do. That's all you do. You yell, you scream. You try to get your point across, but you come off as this obnoxious, mean bitch. And that's the problem with society nowadays. All they do, they're confrontational. You can't have a civil conversation. Maybe people would listen to you if you didn't get in their face and yell and scream. But, like I said, with Leslie Jones and what I've seen, all she does is yell and scream. That's her shtick. So yeah, personally, I think she did a bad move. I think if she thinks Trump should be off Twitter, so should she. I don't follow either of them because I don't care. But it's just, you're bashing something that hasn't been made, even though you didn't want people to bash your film without them seeing footage. It's just the hypocrisy, the waste of time, the loudmouth, bringing Melissa McCarthy into this. Yeah, all I'm going to say is, fuck Leslie Jones. I really wish she would have left Twitter in 2016. Not because I follow her, but because I would have had to read such stupid shit on her. So, yeah, Leslie Jones sucks. Good luck getting a role in any film now, because I think the director will know that she's just a loudmouth, brash, and no one would want her. Because what's going to happen? No, you're not perfect for this role, Leslie. Oh, you motherfucker, you're just like Trump, or something stupid like that. And then it's like when what was it? Sean Young couldn't get Catwoman for Batman Returns. And she went crazy, and she started dressing up as Catwoman and showing up everywhere, trying to get Tim Burton's attention. Well, Twitter is probably Leslie Jones's Catwoman outfit, so it's horrible. She's horrible. Twitter's horrible. The internet's horrible. That's all I gotta say. Jay, I hope you're happy. Cheers.